Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doc. In today's video I'm going to show you everything you need to know on why Render token RNDR is decoupling from Bitcoin and why this might be very bullish for the future of Render token. I'm also going to show you some very nice news what we received this week from Render. But let's not talk too much and get straight to the point. But first the question is, what does coupling Render token to BCA mean? Well, basically normally when Bitcoin goes up and down, other crypto altcoins trend to follow this line. So for example, yesterday on the 26th April, we can see that Bitcoin started at a price of 28k.3, then it went all the way up to almost 30k, and then it crashed to like 27.5, even to 27.2 at one point, and then it went up again but only reached 28k.6, so not much more than the start of like the 28k.3. The same thing we saw in the chart of another big altcoin, Ethereum. Ethereum started the day at like $1,880, went all the way up to almost $2,000, and then down to like 1,800, which was again lower than the starting point of the day, and then went up again but never came even close to the up price, just like Bitcoin. But what happened with Render is Render started at $2.05, went all the way up to $2.40. When Bitcoin crashed, it came down to $2.20, so still very up from the beginning of the day, and then went up to $2.32 again, which is almost the same as the uptrend before. So what we're seeing is Bitcoin is actually crashing harder and not recovering faster than Render, which is really bullish. This didn't only happen yesterday, we are seeing this in the yearly chart of the bear market. So the bear market started like at the end of 2021, and what we saw in 2022, that 1 year ago Render price that was like $1.50, its lowest point was in June 2022, and then it went up and is now already up like 50, 60, 70% since its beginning of the 1 year ago price. But when we're looking at Bitcoin, it's totally different. Bitcoin started around almost 40k. It kept dumping and dumping until December 2022, so 6 months after Render stopped with dumping, and then it was going up really nice and steady still, but only is reaching like 28k, which is still down like 33% from its yearly price 1 year ago, in comparison to Render, which is up 60 to 70%. When we take a look at coins like Ethereum or other altcoins, they will have the same trend, but Render not, and this is really bullish. But why is Render actually decoupling? So Render, what they're doing is they're bringing distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. This means they can bring unlimited computing power to any app on any device, because they connect a decentralized network of hundreds of millions of GPUs, so they can deliver unlimited power to the cheapest price. And why is GPU rendering so important? Well, everybody knows that AI needs a lot of computing power. We're seeing this in many articles. Huge GPU supply shortages due to AI needs. We saw ChatGPT running on 10k NVIDIA and having potential for thousands of more. We saw Microsoft spending hundreds of millions of dollars. It connected tens of thousands of A100 NVIDIA chips. Of course, Twitter was there as well, purchasing 10k GPUs, and they need to keep purchasing, but not every company can buy that much. Like, imagine you want to start up an AI company and you have to spend tens of hundreds of millions just to get it running. It's not possible, you don't have the money. And this is where Render comes. You can just connect to the Render network and you will only pay on what you use, so you don't even have to invest in graphic cards A100, which are selling for 40,000 each now, so it's getting ridiculous. But the fact that Render is solving the GPU shortage isn't the only reason why Render will detach from Bitcoin. The second reason is this week we had some huge news again on the 26th of April is that the voting progress for the RNP 002 has officially come to an end. And what this means is that the layer 1 network expansion has received majority approval from the community for the Render Foundation to implement the BME model on the Solana blockchain. So this is really big. Why is it big? Because the BME model actually makes Render a deflationary token based on usage. So I'm gonna explain you really quick how this will work. Well, there's someone who needs rendering computing power or anything. He will pay with Render token or with fiat. And the amount he pays will be burnt immediately. So you might be asking, how are the people getting paid who give their computing power to the network? Well, there will be a daily amount of mint tokens that will be distributed every single day to the people who provide the computing power. So let's say the mint tokens is 10,000. So with Render being around $2, that would mean $20,000 come to the GPU operators every single day. But let's say the customers pay $50,000. So $50,000 in Render is being burned, 20,000 distributed, minus 30,000. In the beginning, this will not be very big. But let's say we grow to 100 million. It cannot stay at $2 because if the market cap is only 800 million to a billion and you spend 100 million, it has to go up. This will keep going up and up. The more customers will join the network, the higher the volume on the network comes, the higher the price will go. So this will actually mean that Render can be at a 10 billion market cap with a 100x price if we burn 90% of the tokens. That's why people are saying Render can go up so high because of this. It all depends on how many people are gonna use the network. And this is also a very important reason why it will be detached from Bitcoin. So let's imagine Bitcoin crashes really hard, but the usage of the network is 100, 200 million that day, and they actually purchase 200 worth of tokens and burn it. Do you think Render will crash? Bitcoin will crash and people will start selling. But if the customers buy Render token, it will still go up. And why is this also extremely bullish? When a lot of things crash and you see green candles, people love green candles, so they will actually chase Render. So this utility connected to the greatest GPU shortage we have seen in the history of computing power will make sure that if the usage of the Render network is enough, that Render token will just go up. Doesn't matter how Bitcoin is doing, it will go up. Of course, at one point, if Render reaches an amazing price that the usage is the same as the value of the mint tokens, it will stabilize. But till then, Render will just keep going up and it will be the first token which can fully detach from Bitcoin, in my opinion. So now the next part, my non-financial advice, price prediction, which a lot of people always ask me. I always give the same answer, so I'll say it again. Do I think that Render is done? No, Render is far from done. Where do I see Render going? I believe 100% fully, not financial advice, that Render will be a top 10 crypto. So how big is a top 10 crypto? Well, if we're looking at the historical snapshot of November 14th, we can see that a top 10 crypto is around 34 billion. But what we're always seeing is that every single bull run, a top 10 crypto is 3x the market cap. So in 2018, in the bull market before, this was around 11 billion. So knowing that, that means a top 10 crypto will be 100 billion. 100 billion market cap would actually mean like a 120x for Render, putting it at a price of like $250. And for the people saying Render being a top 10 crypto is crazy, well, if we go back 3 months ago, Render was at rank 155 3 months ago, and now I will show you guys. It's proven on January 22nd. Now Render is rank 60. So we climbed 100 ranks in 3 months. The volume that Render is now showing in the bear market is already higher than a lot of top 20 cryptos and is getting close to top 10 cryptos. So people saying I'm delusional for calling Render a top 10 crypto, I'm not. I'm really believing it. I told you guys on December 26th of last year that my best opportunity in crypto render 41 cents, and I'm still believing that we have gonna go so much higher. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to follow me at TheRealDog to know when I talk about Render or other crypto, to know when I post videos and more. Be sure to like my video if you enjoyed, subscribe to my channel for more crypto content and YouTube. Until next time.